the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My I haven't seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My I haven't seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money, money, money. That's all you got to being wealthy. Like Kanye West said, having money is not everything, not having it is. Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's the problem. You know why money so much? Why you get up and go to work? Yeah, trying to do what you're all going to do and these things. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. Not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. Cortez.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning live with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to hardworking men and women all over this great nation of ours. I truly count it an honor, privilege, and a blessing to be able to present to you guys each and every morning. I so do not take this responsibility lightly, and I do see it as a responsibility because of the state that we are in as a people. I like to try to bring some positive energy to helping to uplift and change that situation, even if it is just with a few kind, uplifting, motivational, positive words in the morning for you guys to start your day. So today is Free Game Friday, where we do a recap of this week's shows, and then I do a live Q&A and answer any questions that you may have. And if I don't have the answer to the question today, I'll table it, do some research, and come back on next Friday to answer it publicly. But probably sometime throughout the week, I'll reach out to you personally and give you a private answer as well. So as we discussed, in case you stumble up on this show on accident, who is this show for? This show is for risers and grinders only, guys. If you are rolled out of bed this morning and you're putting 2 feet on the floor ready to get up, get out and get something this morning, this show, my friend, is for you. If you are serious about building a legacy and leaving a mark on this world and not just the stain, then this show, my friend, is for you. If you went to bed last night thinking about everything that you're going to do tomorrow, the day after that, to ensure that your great-great-grandchildren are proud to bear your name, this show is for you. If you are the type of person that know deep down inside you have the discipline to build wealth, you have the desire to build wealth, but maybe you need a game plan, maybe you need some tools, maybe you need a mentor in your life, then this show is yours. The show is for you, my friend. Now, on the other hand, who is the show not for? It's not for those pessimistic people, right? This is a positive show. So if you can only see the negative in every situation, this show ain't for you, man. I can promise you that, because I'm going to give off too much positive energy for you, man. And you're not going to beat me with your negativity, because I've got positivity for everything that you see negative. So if that's you, this show is not for you. If you're the type of person that thinks money is evil, you think capitalism is a dirty word, you don't like the fact that I just said money 10 times in the last 5 seconds, this show is not for you. Because I get that people have a weird relationship with money, some of us, and because of that relationship we have with money, we tend to repel money away from us instead of attracting it to us. And I guarantee you, if you listen to this show today, you're going to start attracting money to you. Now, if you think money is evil, why on God's green earth would you want to attract something evil to you? So you may want to tune out right now. Now, let's be clear. I have no problem with you not wanting to be wealthy. That's your prerogative. If you are made it to the pinnacle of what you believe your success is and you're cool with where you are, I have no problem with that, right? Some people are content with average. Some people have made it to above average. Some people have really achieved some things in their life and they're cool with where they are. And that's fine. I only have a problem with you when you have a problem with me wanting to be wealthy. I can't understand that for the life of me, right? Why does my aspirations for greater heights bother you, right? I never could understand that, right? So if that's you, this show is not for you. You can tune out right now and we won't miss you, because like I tell you each and every morning, if you've never seen a future billionaire before, I want you to take a screenshot, right? And then hold me accountable and watch me work over the next 5 to 10 years. And I want to show you that I walk what I talk. I don't just talk. I'm out here doing every single day, right? So if you don't like that, then you can tune out and we won't miss you. But everybody else, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Mr. Platinum. Thank you, Cassandra, for that. Yes. Today's show is brought to you by Nove Money. If you are in need of credit restoration, then I want to help you, right? Credit restoration is powerfully important because credit is important in terms of building wealth. I'm gonna give you a secret and then we're gonna get into the Friday recap. But wealthy people are able to continue to grow their wealth because they know how to build wealth with other people's money. I'm gonna say that again. The rich get richer because they know how to build wealth with other people's money. So think about that for a second. I'm a millionaire. I got $1 million in the bank, right? I can get richer by taking and investing my $1 million and turning it into $2 million. And I could very well do that. And middle class think and poor people think that, let me take and flip this million and turn it into 2 million. Let me show you how wealthy people think. I have $1 million in the bank, but because I understand the power of leverage, the power of credit, I'm not going to use my million to flip it into 2 million. I'm going to go borrow somebody else's million, buy an asset that's going to grow into 2 million, give them their 1 million back. Now I've added another million to the million I already have, but it didn't take away from my million to begin with. That's what wealthy people do. That's how the rich get richer, because they understand the power of credit. If you are beginning to understand the power of credit and your credit is not ideal right now, my credit is not ideal right now. In fact, next week, we'll do an update on my credit restoration program as I'm going through Nove Money program myself, and just to see if there's any update. It normally takes about 30 to 45 days before you start to see that score increase. But I promise that as we go through this, I'm using myself as a case study, and I'm going to do a bi-weekly update. So every 2 weeks, I'm just going to give you an update. We'll recap a little bit of what we've done so far, so let you see where my credit score is right now, so that if Nove Money ain't about their business, then they about to be put on blast, right? Because we're doing this live. I'm going to take you into the back office and let you see everything that's going on. So if you need credit restoration, I want you to go to financialhealthcredit.com, financialhealthcredit.com. And that's how you guys actually support the show. Because if you buy a product from me that you actually need, that's better. I think that's a better way for me to fund my program than for me to ask for donations. So I just bring you valuable products and services. You buy those products or services, then I get commission, and then I take those commissions and I'm able to keep doing what I do to bring you guys this show. Is that fair? So financialhealthcredit.com will take you over to Nove Money's site. There's a video there that talks about the importance of credit, how they do what they do. It's $99 a month for 4 consecutive months if you need all 4 months. Some people will get their credit score where they need it to be in 2 months. There's no contracts. You can cancel at any time. And then some people are so jacked up like me, I'm probably going to need to go beyond the 4 months. Then it drops down to $29 per month for any additional month that you need outside of the 4. So super cool program. I'm excited about what's happening with my credit and what they're going to be doing. I'm on the watching the mailbox every day because they've already reached out to some of the credit bureaus. So they should be sending me some letters saying, hey, we've been contacted to challenge some things on your report. And once I get those letters, I just send that over to Nove Money. They handle everything, guys. They handle everything. So super cool. If you need that, then financialhealthcredit.com will take you there, and you can learn about that and see if that program is a good fit for you. Today is Free Game Friday, or on YouTube, I call it Friday Recap, where we recap Monday through Friday show. Well, in this case, this week, it was Tuesday through Friday because somebody decided to sleep in on Monday and leave you hanging. Again, I apologize for that. My bad. So we got Tuesday through Thursday show, and then we do live Q&A. Bring your questions, guys. I like this forum because at least once a day or once a week, I can get to exactly what you want to know about. See, Monday through Thursday, I tell you what I want you to know about. But then on Fridays, you get to ask questions about what you want to know about. And some of you guys will ask some good questions that I will say, you know what? I need to go ahead and do a full show on this so we can do a deeper dive, right? And some of you guys, I can just answer your question to your satisfaction now. But again, sometimes you guys help me in this capacity. And then as always, guys, if I say anything that resonates with you, you got to give me the hearts and the likes and whatever those little floating things are, because that helps the show go viral. So when Facebook builds my audience, they build it based on the interaction of previous shows. Now, if I'm tanking, I don't mind crickets because that helps me get better. But if I do say something that resonates with you, then give me the likes and the hearts. Interested in how that works. Is that the credit restoration, Sandra? If that's the credit restoration, yes, I'll do an update on that. I go back to show 2 weeks ago, and you should see that. Go on my YouTube channel and look through the archive, and you should see the importance of credit or something like that is one of the shows. And I took you through how Nove sets everything up for credit restoration. So this week and all of next week, is how to make money online, right? How to make money online. So we did the first 3 installments of that this week, which is more of the mindset that you need to have in order to make money online. So I know some of you guys got some experience with internet marketing and things of that nature, and this week may have been somewhat boring to you, but it is the foundational keys to making money online. It's really the foundational keys for any success in any endeavor, right? Because number one, we talked about on Tuesday's show, you got to have a strong and compelling why. Something that's going to cause you to persevere, something that's going to cause you to persist, something that's going to cause you to be patient, something that's going to cause you to give yourself permission to fail, and something that's going to cause you to once and for all stop procrastinating, man. So many people want to make money online. So many people got all of these talents and gems of wealth of information that flows through them, and they could be making a killing online, but they've been procrastinating year after year after year after year. You got to stop that, man. Jump into the deep water and then figure out how to swim afterwards. You know, Steve Harvey has a real compelling piece video where he talks about at some point you have to get that. Let me see if we're going to come back to Facebook. Facebook just conked out. Looks like my connectivity the dumb stuff, man. Come on. I don't like when either one of you guys goes down. I don't like that. I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to connect here. Okay, let's give it a second and see if Facebook comes up. If not, then they missed it because there was a show where you guys dropped off and you missed it. So you have to have a why that's going to cause you. Okay, connection still says weak. Hopefully it bounces back strong for you guys. Sorry about that. I mean, I don't know what the deal really is here. I'm on Wi-Fi in my house, and then, you know, Sprint says I got good service in my area. So, but every morning we seem to go through these slight little challenges, man. But I know what it is. It's every time I get ready to start bringing that fire, I think I need to upgrade my lines. I don't think the airwaves around her are robust enough to handle the heat that I be driving. No, I'm kidding. So you have to have a why that's going to be compelling enough to literally pull you through a lot of junk, period. Got to have your why, your reason for doing what you're doing has to be strong enough, has to be compelling enough to pull you through the junk that you're going to have to go through to be successful, right? Every time you decide to do anything, the universe will test you to see if you really want to do it. I'm being tested right now, right? Van broke down yesterday. You know, our son needs money in school and all of this stuff. And so now the test is, fool, you quit your job and now you need all of these monetary resources. So the test is, do I grind harder in my business or do I run back and get a job? That's the test. So I'm being tested right now. Every time you decide to do anything, the universe will test you to see if you're serious about that. Not only to see if you're serious about that, but to also strengthen you so that you can actually succeed. See, that's the part that most people don't get. Most people don't get that they see it as a test, but anything that tests you and you overcome the test will actually strengthen you. So not only are you being tested, you're being strengthened so that you can endure. So this test that I'm going through now is going to strengthen me and make me a stronger entrepreneur so that I can withstand what I'm going to need to withstand on the next level. Everybody getting that? You have to be, every time you decide to do anything, the universe says, are you serious? And put something in your way. And then if you go up, over, around, under, or through that thing, the universe says you're serious. But your process of getting around that obstacle strengthens you. And you need to be strengthened to be able to sustain or exist on the next level. And then when you get to that next level, what happens? The cycle continues to repeat. You're going to have some comfort on that next level, and then you're going to run into a roadblock. Because when you say, okay, this level was cool, now I'm ready to go to the next level, and the universe says, are you serious? And some of you will run into that wall and say, no, I'm not that serious yet, and turn around. Some of you will say, hell yeah, I'm serious, and you're going to blow through that thing. And that's going to strengthen you, and you're going to elevate to that next level, right? So that's what that why is all about. You have to have a compelling why that's going to help you pull through the stuff that you're going to have to go through to have success, point blank, period. The next step, so video number one in how to make money online is you have to have a why. Video number two is you have to make a decision. See, up until this point, if you're not already making money online, it's because you're making choices, right? What's the difference between a decision and a choice? See, the word decision is the opposite of the word incision. When I make an incision, that means I cut in. When I make a decision, that means I cut away. So when you make a decision, you cut away all the BS. So there's no more making choices. I've made a decision one time that I'm going to be a successful online marketer. I made a decision one time that I'm going to be a billionaire. So everything that it takes for me to be a successful online marketer, everything that it takes for me to become a billionaire, there's no more choices to make after that. Because when I studied billionaires, it said billionaires get up between 5:30, 4:30, and 6:30 every morning, work out before they get into their day. So every morning I'm up between 6 and 6:30, and I do me a little workout before every show. You know why? Because that's what billionaires do. See, some of y'all think that I'm going to start doing the things that the people who are doing that I want to be like when I become like them. Wrong. You have to do the things that they do to get like them. Huh? You have to do the things that billionaires are doing. If you aspire to be a billionaire, you have to do those things for years before you can ever ascend to where they are. Some of you are saying, hey, I heard that millionaires say they do this, they do that. When I get to $1 million, I'm going to do that. No, because you'll never get there. You have to do what millionaires are doing now to overcome the things that are going to hit you and get in your way on your way to becoming a millionaire. But it starts with a decision. You have to decide right now that you're going to win at online marketing, making money online. That's it, period. Because as we go down the line, I'm going to tell you some things that you're going to have to do that are really uncomfortable. And when we get to those things, some of you, because you didn't make a decision, are going to choose whether you're going to do those things or not. Others of you who are listening have already made your decision. So when I tell you to do those things, you're just going to get them done. And they're not going to be easy. I can promise you that. Some of them are going to stretch you. There's a lot of things that you can buy programs and stuff for too, but I will also show you how to do everything for free as well. But some of you will say, you know what? I need the paid version of this because I don't have the time to deal with the free version of this, but I don't really have the money right now. But because you made your decision to be a successful online marketer, you're going to find the money to get it done. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right? So when you make that decision, then the choices sort themselves out. I don't have to make a choice every other day. I don't have to make a choice every other day because I made the decision one time. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Hopefully that makes sense. Then on yesterday, we talked about the fundamentals. All right, but I thought I was taking you. No, he's gonna transfer money. You might not be able to grab it though. That's why I'm talking about that. Okay. So what we talked about yesterday is the fundamentals of making money online. The fundamentals. Now, what are the fundamentals? The fundamentals of making money online are the same as the fundamentals of making money in a brick and mortar business, right? They're the same. You will have to bring something of value to the marketplace. And the amount of value that you bring to the marketplace will determine the amount of money you're able to extract from the marketplace. That will determine. So if you bring in value to the marketplace, you're going to be able to extract money from the marketplace. 3 reasons that you may not be extracting any money from the marketplace right now. Number 1, the value that you're bringing to the marketplace may only be valuable to you. Let me say that again. A lot of us try to sell products that are only valuable to us. Right? So that would be the sentimental value is more than the actual value, right? The sentimental value is more than the actual value, right? You sell a car that you've been in for 10 years and it means so much to you. Blue Book says worth 2,000, you want 6 because it means something to you, right? So you have to understand what real value is and whether or not you're bringing a product or service to the marketplace that is really valuable. Some of us create products, and when we create these products, because we put a lot of time, effort, and energy to them, we want to demand a certain price for the products that we create. Sometimes the market says, I don't care what you did to bring this product to the marketplace, it's only worth this. So you have to go back to the drawing board, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you learn, right? So number one, you have to bring something to the table that's actually valuable. The second reason that you may not be extracting any money from the marketplace is because maybe you're not good at uncovering your value. You just may not be good at uncovering your value. So in other words, if you have a problem with sales, then you're going to have a problem making money online. You better take a sales course right now today. Now, this is a mini sales course right now. This is for free. But some of you guys may need to go pick up a book or two on selling. Some of you guys need to fix some internal problems that you have as it relates to selling, right? You just don't believe that selling is okay. Some of us somewhere down the line got sold something that we didn't want or need. So as a result, we feel like we got manipulated. So when we think about the word sales, we think about manipulation, right? And that's not what sales is, guys. It's two people that will always be able to eat on this earth. I promise you, two people, only two, will always be able to eat on this earth. People who can work with their hands and people who can sell. Right? People who can work with their hands, if they can create. And then this is not just work with your hands, but create. Sometimes you can create with your mind, but you can't build it with your hands, but you can transfer that vision to someone else. So people who can create and people who can sell those creations. And oftentimes the people who can sell the creations make a better living than the people who actually create the product. Right? Think about a songwriter who writes a song. They sing the song, and then the record label sells the song. Who makes the most money? The writer, the singer, or the seller? The writer, the singer, or the seller? Right? So if you are not fixing in your mind that you're going to have to become comfortable with sales, then you can stop watching this series right now. Pick the show back up in 2 weeks when we get into something else. But the next week it's going to be all how to make money online. And if you're not willing to sell or learn how to sell and get good at selling, you're not going to make much money online. All right. Now, there's a lot of different ways to sell. I sell through education. Right? I never just present a product and say, hey, buy this. I educate you on some of the things that I know about building wealth and let you know, by the way, you can buy my wealth, my financial success membership if you want, if you think that's valuable, right? So what I say, 3 things. Number one, what you're bringing to the marketplace may only be valuable to you. Number 2, you may not understand how to uncover your value well enough to extract the money that you're actually worth, or that the product is actually worth. And number 3, you may not be good at building relationships. See, people buy from people they know, like, and trust, right? Not all 3 of them is necessary, but you got to have at least 2 of the 3, right? You may not like Walmart, but you know Walmart and you trust Walmart. You may not like them, but you know Walmart and you trust Walmart. So therefore, you will go and spend your money with Walmart, right? Same thing. You might not know a particular company, but you just like them. You don't know them that well. You like them and you trust them because a friend told you that they were good, right? So people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So if you're not in the habit of building and establishing relationships, then you're going to struggle financially. Now, you're going to struggle financially, and you're going to struggle making money online. So everything that I do, I'm here with you guys right now. And what am I doing? You guys may say, well, you're teaching us how to make money online. No, I'm building a relationship. I'm building a relationship. And based on this relationship, if I had, give me a thumbs up, if I had an online marketing course to sell you guys, would you buy it based on the relationship that we built through these first 3 episodes? Give me a thumbs up. You guys can't see this on YouTube, but based on this relationship, based on me uncovering the value of the knowledge that I have as it relates to online marketing, if I had a course on online marketing, would you buy it? Yeah, because I'm building a relationship. And during the course of building this relationship, I'm uncovering the value of the knowledge that I have as it relates to online marketing, making money online. Right? Now, I don't have a course. I don't sell my course. To get this education on a one-on-one basis, you have to buy my financial success membership. So I don't have an online marketing course, but I have a financial success membership that I teach these principles and strategies to those people. Now, some of those people also have other businesses that they're using these strategies in those other businesses too, and that's fine. But you have to have my financial success membership. I don't sell this outside of my financial success membership. I just kind of keep it in house. I don't want to be with that guy that builds courses. And I might, but right now I'm just trying to get my team to win. And because I think financial education is so important in our community, I just want the people who have committed to going out and teaching financial education to be really, really good at branding and marketing, so we can teach more and more people how to get their money right? So those are some of the things when it comes to building those relationships. You want to identify who wants the product that you have, not who needs it. That's a mistake that so many of us make. I can walk down the street if I'm selling health and wellness products, and I can look at people who are overweight, and I can try to force feed them my wellness products. They may not want them. It appears that they need them, but they have to want them, right? They have to want them. And then you have to look for people who are already demonstrated the willingness to buy. The willingness to buy. People who have already demonstrated the willingness to buy. So I can go and try to find a market and introduce my product to this market, but I can also find a market where people are already buying products like what I have. And I will probably stand a better chance of selling my products to those people. So my financial success membership, for instance, I target people who already read Rich Dad Poor Dad, who've already been through maybe a Dave Ramsey's course, who already study Dr. Boyce Watkins. Maybe they're in the Black Wealth Boot Camp. People who are following Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, and maybe they've got his book, Think and Grow Rich, or Black Choice. See, these people have already not only demonstrated that they want a product like I have, they've also demonstrated the willingness to buy similar products, right? Then I have to identify whether or not these people have the means to buy my product at my price point. See, my price point is $100 for my financial success membership. So I could not only do I want to look at the people who bought Kiyosaki's book, well, that's a $15 book. That may not mean that they're willing to spend $100 on a financial education. So I have to also look at people who've gone to seminars where maybe they paid $500 for a workshop. Maybe they paid $1,000 for a workshop. So if I look at those people, now I say they want the product because they're already spending money on it. They've demonstrated the willingness to buy the product because they bought courses, books, training, invested their time and energy, and they bought some high ticket products. So now those are the people that I want to put my product in front, put myself in front, start building a relationship with those people so that I can have success marketing to them online. And guys, there are all sorts of programs that you can use to dig out and flesh out those demographics. Facebook is one of them. Facebook, you guys are on Facebook and even on YouTube, but on Facebook in particular, you guys have given Facebook so much freaking ammunition. that when I go and prepare a Facebook ad, I know so much about you. That's why most of you guys are here right now, because I targeted you specifically, because I know so much about you based on what you've given to Facebook. That's how that works. See, Facebook is free to all, but it's not free to business owners, right? So I can target people specifically based on their income, based on their sex, based on their religious beliefs, based on their socioeconomic status, based on the movies they like. I get all of this data, and when we get deeper into it, we'll show you how to crunch that data to really flesh out who you want to be talking to when it comes to selling and getting your product. So, and then the last thing I'll leave you with, and then we'll start doing a Q&A. If you haven't realized yet that all the money that you ever want already exists, then you're sleeping under a rock. Problem is, all the money that you ever want is in somebody else's pocket. All the money that you ever want is already in somebody else's pocket. So if you're not willing to get out your comfort zone, start building relationships, get out your comfort zone, learn how to sell, learn how to uncover the value of the things that you sell, then you're not going to make any money online. Because the money that you have, or money that you want, is in somebody else's pocket. So what you have to do is get so good at value that sorry about that, guys. You have to man up to my live stream. So you will actually have to jump over to Facebook and ask your questions in the live Q&A feed on Facebook, right? And unfortunately, it looks like we may not be doing any Q&A because Facebook is now messing up on us, flaking out on us. Let's see if we can strengthen that connection, see if that connection comes back strong for us. But I appreciate you guys bearing with me every morning through the technical difficulties. I'm trying to not go out and buy a new router, but I might just have to do that and boost my signal in the house, and maybe that helps. But hopefully you guys are getting this, and it's making a little bit of sense to you. This is the part that most people, this is the part that kills most people who have aspirations to making money online. I will tell you right now, if you can stomach this and grasp this and get a hold of this, this is the part that keeps most people from making money online. Sorry, guys. This is the part right here that keeps most people from making money online, because they don't go through the mind shift transformation that is required. They are refusing and fighting the mind shift transformation that is required. Come on, let's think. Let's be honest for a second. If you could fix or get out of the situations that you created with the same mindset that created that situation, you would already be out of your situation. Right? If you could become wealthy with the mindset that you have right now, you would already be wealthy. So this is the part that people can't stomach. I've got this series up. I don't go this much in depth, but I have this series up on one of my blogs. But and a lot of people will skip the first 3 or 4 videos and go right into what tools you need to make money online. Dude, I can put all the tools in front of you that you need. But when you realize there's a learning curve to working with those tools and getting them to work for you efficiently, most people are going to quit. You know why? Because they haven't established their why, they didn't make a decision, and they don't understand the fundamentals. So they skipped the real meat, because that's what everybody say. Man, get to the meat and potatoes, man. Get to the how-to. Get to the. This is it. This is it. This is the real meat and potatoes. If you could get out of your situation with your current mindset, you'd already be out of it. In fact, the reason you're swallowing in your situation is because you're refusing to fix your mindset. And I will tell you this, guys, the quicker you can absorb the mindset training, the quicker you can have a turnaround. So if you want to be an overnight success, then take every waking moment that you have outside of spending time with your family, outside of working, outside of doing the absolute necessities, take every waking minute and start feeding your brain. And watch what happens. Watch how quickly you can turn around. Now, here's the key. You have to not only feed your brain, but you have to learn. And as you're learning, you have to be doing. And as you're doing, you have to be teaching. See, that's why I do videos and that's why I do blogs. It's because as I learn something, I implement it, and then I go teach somebody that really gets it in my spirit, right? And when it really gets in your spirit, now you create a habit around doing the things that successful people do. And when you create the right habits, you build success on autopilot. See, I have certain habits right now. That's how I know I'm going to be a billionaire, because of the habits that I have. The habits that I have will lead me to that place on autopilot. So guys, I think I'm back on Facebook. If you got questions, let's hit Q&A real quick. About 10-15 minutes. I do have to make a run, but let's get this Q&A squared away. Q&A, right? I'll do questions on anything, even if it's going to come up later in a future online marketing training. It's all good. Maybe you might not be available for that actual training. So any questions? Facebook, give me a thumbs up if you guys are back with me. Hello, hello, hello. Are you guys still frozen on Facebook? Okay, that's one thumbs up. Okay, cool. Questions, questions, questions. Who's got questions? Anybody got questions on anything that we covered this week, or anything that we covered in the last week, and anything that we covered in the first 71 episodes? Guys, we're on 71 episodes, and I gotta thank you guys. I was just looking at my stats, and if you don't think this stuff works, guys, here are my stats so far. 500 YouTube subscribers, 25,000 video views on YouTube, and 12,000 Facebook fans, because I do what I'm teaching you guys, right? 500 YouTube subscribers, 500 plus, is a little over 500, 25,000 YouTube video views, and this is just on one channel. 25,000. This is my biggest channel though, but I have a few different channels, and 12,000 Facebook fans, right? Because of doing what I'm teaching you guys how to do, right? Online marketing, but online marketing consists of building a brand, and when you're building a brand, you have to be consistent with what you're doing. Can you talk a little bit more about Roth IRA investments? Yeah, that's not my strong suit. because I get the Roth and the traditional IRA confused, which one is tax deferred and which one is you can use pre-tax dollars. But at the end of the day, basically, the Roth IRA is just the hub for retirement, right? Just the hub for the retirement. And then within that Roth IRA, you have to know what that money is doing, right? So I can open a Roth IRA, but then that's just a place for me to contribute my money on a regular basis. But then within that IRA, I have to know what that money is doing. Where are those funds actually being placed to grow, right? How aggressive are the investments within that Roth IRA? And is it in alignment with where I want to be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road? So the IRA and the Roth IRA are just the investment vehicles, but then you have to understand where that money is being invested and how, and if you're getting the right growth that you want to see, and it's going to put you on a place to hit your retirement goals. Does that make sense? So not so much. So there's some differences. So when you talk to your financial advisor, say, hey, tell me the pros and cons of tell me the pros and cons of the IRA versus the Roth IRA. So you'll get the pros and cons. Now you decide to set whichever one up that you want. Now you have to understand how investments work. How investments work within Roth IRA, right? Are you primarily going after growth funds? You're a blue chip investor, or are you investing within that IRA or investing in bond funds? We like to talk about bond funds here because it takes away the need to have to understand All right, there goes Facebook again. We got some good questions coming up on Facebook, guys. So that's one reason I try to keep them engaged, because I can see their questions. I can get the interaction with them there. So that's why we do that. I wish I could figure out how to get you guys engaged over here. My connection seems to be a little bit more stable over here because this is more Wi-Fi driven. That's that Sprint thing, and why it keeps kicking me off the connection, because I literally have no bars here every morning, and I don't know why. Right, I can have bars to make phone calls, but you know, the bars to actually get signal, Wi-Fi, internet connection, and things of that nature is troubling to say the least. But that is Sprint for you. So maybe I have to get a different carrier. I know, guys. I know you want me to dump Sprint and get somebody else, right? I know, man. Sprint, they're killing me, man. They're killing my show this morning. All right, so hopefully that was enough on the Roth IRAs. But you know, the name of the game is you still have to understand what's going on in them actual investments. All right. How do I know when it is time to transition my small business to a franchise? If you have a system in place that's working. So he says he wants to transition his small business into a franchise. Do you have a system, and is it fully documented? And if you gave someone else that documentation, can they duplicate your success? That's how you know. And when I say system, then that system has to be everything. Everything. How will they get their customers? Where will they be located? How will they hire their employees? How will they train their employees? A system. The ultimate system you want to mimic and model is McDonald's, right? That is the leader in franchise and duplication. So you look at and you study McDonald's. Can you give me a manual today And if I follow that manual, Miguel, if I follow that manual, will I duplicate your success? That's how you know. And then the other question is, are you in position to also provide the necessary support for that franchisee? Because if I'm going to, first of all, pay you for your franchise and give you an annual franchise fee, because most franchise fees are annual, give you an annual franchise fee, or you may charge a monthly. My franchise is small, so I charge a $35 a monthly franchise fee. So you may charge a small monthly franchise fee, but that means, are you in position to give the support to help that franchise really get off the ground to have the success that you have, right? So those are the two main questions that you have. Do you have a documented process that led you to your success? And is it simple enough that if you gave that documentation to a franchisee, can they follow it step by step and duplicate your success? That's how you would know. All right, those are the questions that you want to answer when you think about franchising. But I am glad that you're thinking about franchising. So many people are leaving too much money on the table because they don't understand the whole franchise model and why that's important. I'll give you a quick story. See, a lot of people think that Microsoft owns the or built the DOS system. Microsoft did not build the DOS system. Bill Gates didn't build the DOS system. He bought the DOS system from somebody before Microsoft even existed. He was so good at uncovering the value of this system, he was able to get $50,000 from Paul Allen, who later became his partner, to buy into Microsoft before Microsoft even existed. There was no Microsoft when Paul Allen gave Bill Gates the $50,000. There was no Microsoft. He sold him shares into a company that didn't exist because he was so good at uncovering the value. He took the $50,000, took $10,000, and bought the DOS, or took whatever it costs to buy the operating system, which is DOS, which is the operating foundation for all computers now. He bought that, and then he never sold it. All he does is license that out to people. So he makes a few dollars off every machine that uses the DOS operating system. That's why he's estimated at nearly $100 billion, right? So you can do the same thing, but systemize everything that you do, document it, make sure that it's cut and plain in your documentation and easy to follow, and then you can transfer that to someone else. I would, before you sell a franchise, I would take the manual, then I would go open my second location based on the manual. So you can see if the manual works. And if that works, then you can try selling that to someone else. Just a comment, the why is the huge key. Thanks for that, Cortez. Yeah, 25K on YouTube, 500 plus YouTube subscribers, 12,000 faces. If you say take 10 steps to the sink and tap your foot, I'm doing it. That's what's up, Ray. Because it's, I mean, that's, you know, I'm not the greatest. I have some mentors in this thing, man, that, you know, if you guys want to know a woman that is killing the game, go look up Tracy Walker. Tracy Walker makes $1 million a year blogging. So that's somebody that I follow. I was in another program, and I just have mentors all over the place, guys. If you ever want to know anything about anything, I may not be the best at it, but when it comes to online marketing, chances are I know the best at it. And what I do is I study, follow them, see if they're doing what they say they're doing, and I back pocket them. So when I really get into blogging heavy, then I know that I can go holler at my girl Tracy, because she is a killer blogger. Nicole Cooper is another one. So I know that I have these mentors that mentor me from afar. And as I continue to align myself on my way to my billion, I know I'm going to need certain people along the way. So I start looking at people and just grabbing people and putting them in my back pocket. Yep. Yep, there's David Wood over there. I know that when I get ready to build this platform, then I know I'm going with his platform. Yep, I see this over here. I'm not going to invest the money in it right now, but I know that it's going to work for me when I put it in my back pocket. And I just keep moving down the line of what I'm doing. And then every time I get to that next level where I need mentorship in that particular area, then I know all I got to do is go buy that person's course. Yes, Tracy Walker is a woman. And she is bad to the bone. But I will tell you this, she is straightforward and to the point. So if you're thin, your skin is thin, don't go messing with my girl Tracy. Don't go messing with my girl Tracy. If your skin is thin, don't go messing with my girl Tracy. Right? Because I mean, she's just straightforward to the point. Thanks for your response, Cortez. We are working on our system now. Yeah, Miguel, that's all it is. Because when you sell a franchise, you're basically selling the system and the support. You're selling the system and the support. So once you get everything systematized, then bang, you try that system out yourself in a full-fledged business. Don't just say, oh, here's what we do. No, you take that manual and you go build another franchise yourself. You be the first purchaser of your first franchise and you build it to test that your system works. Then I would look at, I might even do that 2 times over. Then I would look at selling that franchise to the other people. Because if you can duplicate it, not only can you duplicate it based on your manual, then you will know what support is needed to support a second, third, and a fourth franchise. Make sense? Any more questions, man? I got to get out of here. So we're right at an hour because I started about a half hour late. Any more questions? Yeah, and I can't. I'm trying to. I'm blanking on the name of Tracy's book, but Tracy has a book out there because not only is she a phenomenal blogger, she's really good at building team culture. And I know her book is something around team. I just can't remember it, so I've got to grab it as I'm starting to develop my team. But she is really good at developing a team because she has a loyal following that is just phenomenal. We're with another talking about the tools that you online. But we'll get into some of the tools that is going to require. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys. I couldn't have gotten to 500 subscribers. I couldn't have gotten to 12,000 Facebook fans. I couldn't have got to 20 views without each and every one. You can learn more about the lines and the credit restoration program that they have. A good fit for you. I think you should be doing some sort of credit restoration, even if you're doing it on your own. You've got to get your credit score up, because when your credit score is up over 700, you can leverage that to start using other people's money to build your empire. So I'm your main man, Ace Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. Until I talk to you in Monday's show, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, people.